The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. He's got Watkins on the out route. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Ravens at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Jackson now. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They defer to Brown to start the drive to about the 35, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Right back to Brown. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw in this game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. This time Jackson will throw it. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Left side, Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Cook again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he will force his way into the end end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adelphi Onway showing off the pass rush skills. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
From the 29, Burrow escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. An inside give, Brown. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Brown. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And a terrific return as they finally do stop it, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MP tight. 11 MP tight. 11, 11, 11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. from just shy of midfield. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion comes the tight end left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Rolling to his left. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Herb Smith Jr. from 4 yards out. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down, he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
The slot man in motion right. This is Brown going up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Chase Claypool, 52 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
See, man. Everybody go.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Completion here to Claypool. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Jackson will keep it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Burrow looking to pass. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Report.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's taken down at the 7th after a gain of 7. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
11,
Burrow will throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. Thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11. Go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams,